Hello, I just wanted to give a quick update on the Ukrainian refugee situation, and first of all a huge thanks to all the thousands of constituents who have offered help. They've written to me saying what can we do to help. They've registered with the sponsorship scheme saying we've got spaces available in our home, or you've donated money and in some cases essential supplies to send out to Ukraine. It's a fantastic effort, and I would expect nothing less from the people of Worthing and Ada, have always been so generous. So the situation is this. So far, some 34,500 Ukrainians with family connections in the UK have applied to come to the UK, and of those so far, 18,500 have already been granted visas. It was a slow start from the Home Office, we know that, but the effort has been ramping up considerably, so more than half of the people who have applied have got their visas, and many of them have started to arrive in the UK. And I know a few families have arrived in Shoreham in particular. Now, because it's all gone online, and particularly if you've got identity documents, passports, as most people still have, over 90% of people are getting their visas online. They don't need the paperwork, they don't need to travel long distances in order to pick up that paperwork. So that side of it is working well. Then there's the sponsorship scheme. That's for people who don't have family connections but want to be able to come to the UK, and that's now over 150,000, including many people from Ada and Worthing, have signed up to that to offer rooms, accommodation. Some people have offered holiday homes, caravans, and others. Now, that is going to take a while before that really kicks in. Those people will have checks. Some basic checks on the accommodation, because it will involve children coming here. It's very appropriate that that's done, and the local councils are responsible for doing those checks. And then when they're matched up, they'll be able to come to the UK. Now, that matching is being done by local church organisations, charities and refugee charities who've got expertise here. And this is very much based on the Canadian scheme, which worked some years ago and actually is very effective. Although it may seem a bit cumbersome when people are twiddling their thumbs saying, when am I going to hear something? This really is the best way of doing it. So please be patient. If you've registered, you will have got an email last Friday from the government saying, thank you for registering. This is what's happening with the scheme. It'll be a while before you hear further from us. In the meantime, some people are proactively going out and finding refugees themselves on social media, where there are people saying, look, I've got a family of 2, 3, we're looking to come to the UK. If you can find somebody, then it will speed things up. You can do your own matching, and then they can apply through the scheme as well. So there are various ways of doing this, but it will be some time before effectively a lot of people have an offer that there are people who may be able to come and stay with them. And for some people that may not happen at all, because at the moment, with over 150,000 offers of homes, there are probably many more offers than there are refugees who are looking to come to the UK in any case, because the vast majority want to stay close to the Ukrainian border. Now, as the Ukrainian refugees come to the UK, every one of them will qualify for £10,500 going to the local council to give support in things like school places. They qualify for free healthcare in the local NHS. You'll get benefits and be able to work just the same as any other UK citizen. And of course, householders are being given £350 to help with the accommodation side. That's not rent. You can't charge rent. It's just to help with any ongoing costs. And I'm sure many people will just pass that money on to the Ukrainian refugees to buy them a few things to make their lives easier as well. What I'm also keen to do is to help with support networks. Now, the County Council West Sussex County Council is the council responsible for coordinating all of this. There's an email address on my Facebook page where you can write to them with questions and with offers of help and assistance as well. And they're working with local people, and particularly with people who speak Ukrainian, who've offered translation services. Many of those people might be useful to work alongside some of the kids in schools. So a big question that's come to me is how Ukrainian children coming over here get registered in the schools. And there'll be more information coming out from the County Council in the coming days as well. But clearly there's a language problem there if they don't speak English. So there's a lot of issues that need to be solved. I'm not trying to make an excuse, but there are quite a lot of challenges. But there's a lot of work going on and a lot of people working hard on all of that. So I want to try and help create a network for Ukrainian families coming over here, so they all know where they are, they can help support each other, and we can do whatever we can to help make their lives a bit easier after the terrible time they've had escaping from Ukraine. And there are many church groups and other local groups I know who want to help with that. So do let me know if there are any services, particularly translation services, that you can offer, any events you'd like to hold, or any other support. There are some Facebook support groups that I've seen, and I'll put the addresses for those under this video as well, so we can swap as much information as possible, so that we can do the very best we can, as we always do in Adrian Worthing, to make Ukrainian refugees feel absolutely welcome, as they will be. But a big thank you again for everybody who's stepped up to the plate to offer help and support to Ukrainians who've been through such a terrible time, and we're going to do whatever we can to make their stay in Adrian Worthing as enjoyable and as comfortable as possible.